I'm here with Alistair Etchison, and we're going to talk about greedy bankers. First, why should people buy your game?
Well, it's a really fun multiplayer puzzle game on the iPad. It's very simple to pick up, but has lots of depth and strategy in it. The really fun bit of the game, and I'll show you how to play it later, is that you can reach across the board and steal stuff from your opponent and drag it onto your own side. Of course, your opponent's going to be trying to do the same thing to you, so you really kind of interacting one-on-one. It's a great game for playing, you know, down the pub or with your family, as long as there's not many spilled pints or broken fingers, that is.
Sure. And how can people get it? Is it on the, you've got an iPad here, is it on the iOS store?
Yeah, it just launched on the App Store. It was a few days ago, actually, so it's fresh out, and I guess this is its debut at the event, and I'm really excited to be showing it off.
Cool. And do you want to tell us a little bit about your past? Like, is this your first game you developed?
This is, well, I guess maybe the second, maybe the first. It's hard to say, because the first game I released commercially was the original Greedy Bankers on the iPhone. That was a much sort of simpler version. It was all about sort of arcade, you know, trying to get the high score and keep the time limit, you know, going. This one adds in the multiplayer. There's also an AI sort of story mode, so it's really a, you know, bigger and much richer game, I guess. So I like to count it as a sort of second game because of just as much work went into making this big one as it did with the original.
So who are you? What's your game?
I'm Frederick from Cymatic, from Berlin, Germany, and the game is called Reflow.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about Reflow?
Reflow is an augmented reality puzzle game, so you can use any part of your body to solve challenges, and it's an iPad and iPhone game.
Yeah, and how can people get it? Is it on the App Store now, or is it going to be coming out soon?
It's on the App Store, yeah, and you can buy it from there.
We're here with Andrew Smith and Nicole Hunt from Spiltmix Studios, going to talk about Hardlines, the little iPhone game and iPad game you've got coming out. It's very cool. I've been playing it myself. Bought it at the show yesterday. So really quickly, why should people buy your game? What's the selling point for it?
Because it's like the classic Snake that everyone loves, but a million times better.
That's definitely true. I'll give you that. That was very to the point. Yeah. So you've got this very cool, like almost. 2D art style, and it's the neon glow, which is very, very, very cool, I felt, and I really liked just and then you've got the little messages and well, that kind of thing. Was it a very personal sort of project to build this?
Well, it was. I mean, the quips came out of one random Saturday.
It was like we wanted to write a tutorial for the game, but then it was like, I've got no idea how to do a tutorial system.
Yeah.
And we're like, what can we do? Well, maybe we don't know, like we still don't know who it was that said it, but one of us said, well, maybe the line could say something, and it was like, oh my god. Yeah. And then suddenly we get spiraled off into a complete tangent. All the lines were saying things, and they're just shouting at one another like, well, I think this is quite a good idea now.
Yeah, we were kind of high-fiving and giggling, and it was like, yeah, I mean, we love it anyway, but that was a good sign. It was cool.
Yeah, definitely. Now, how can people get hold of your game?
It's on iTunes right now. It's like 69p. It runs on everything that begins with an I, and it's coming out on Android in a couple of weeks as well. So
I was just going to ask that. Good. Android is always nice to have the extra platform there. Yeah. And finally, can you tell us a little about your studio, that sort of thing? Sure. Where you guys came from?
Yeah. Well, my background, we both used to work in Scotland at Visual Sciences and then Real Time Worlds. You know, Nikki was in Codemasters before that.
Yeah, but my background's kind of like in racing games. Somehow I've managed to now progress into stupid little lines saying things to one another.
And then, yeah, I mean, I set up the company, and I'm still like the only employee, but we partnered up for this project because, well, we just thought it would be awesome, and it turned out quite well. So.
Yeah, it definitely turned out very, very, very well. I mean, you got me to buy it like yesterday. Took a picture of me buying it at the show. Definitely. And have you guys got any future projects coming, or are you still kind of focused on this at the minute?
Well, we're definitely going to support this as much as we can and as much as the fans want. But I mean, I've got 2 iPhone projects sort of that have just started up, and I know Nicky's keen to do something by himself as well. You know.
Yeah.
So, but it's all yeah. We're going to like split up for the second album, and then maybe we'll come back.
We're like Destiny's Child of computer games.
Yeah, there you go. There's a strap line.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's probably the best soundbite I think we've got at the show. We are here with James, Alex and Caroline to talk about Really Big Sky, very, very, very cool indie game that I have been playing today and yesterday. Guys, just a little bit about the game.
It's quite good.
Caroline's the best at describing this.
Well, Really Big Sky is a procedurally generated dual analog side-scrolling shoot 'em up.
Well done. I like how it's all in one breath.
Yes.
Very. And what platforms are you targeting with us at the minute?
Pardon?
What platforms are you going for?
Oh, at the moment it's out on PC. We're hoping to get it out on Mac as well, but consoles, we believe, is the way forward from here.
Yeah, and obviously on show here you've got it with keyboard and mouse. Does it support controllers on the PC?
Well, yeah, it does support controllers. In fact, it was built around controllers, but we didn't bring one.
That's fair enough. And what makes your game unique? Why should people buy it? That sort of thing.
Well, it's kind of it's a homage to all the previous shooters that we played. We played R-Type and what's the other one called? Gradius, and with the planets. I mean, very inspired by Gradius. But it's the drilling aspect that separates it from other games. I mean, there's no other space shooter with a drill, as far as we know.
Twist that causes quite a lot of confusion at first, but once people are getting the hang of it, they're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I do like the drill. It feels like it's something, just a little thing that makes it really different, and it's quite, the art style in it feels quite unique, quite interesting, and very, very, very pretty, I have to say.
Thank you very much.
And can you tell us a little about your guys' history, how you came into developing games, that sort of thing?
Well, it's been like a hobby of mine since I was a kid. I've always been doing it, and it's only recently that it's actually, been more than a hobby.
Yeah, and I used to help him since, maybe 10 years. We're like internet buddies, and like I'll throw music his way and he'll make something with that, etc. And now look at us. Yeah, it's always good enough.
Cool, and how are you guys finding being at the show this year?
Oh, it's fantastic. There's a lot of people here, a lot of journalists, a lot of writers, people we know from Twitter and Facebook. They're all showing up, and avatars are becoming real people, and it's fantastic.